Alright, it is time for another one. Back again as Raider with my same build. We are fighting Maris. Hopefully it's Everdark, because I really want to showcase how strong this build is against Everdark Maris. Hopefully it's Everdark. Probably the first person in the history of humanity to ever say that phrase. Looks like everyone's playing a bunch of regular old relics, so hopefully we'll have a good time here. Oh, this Guardian knows what he's doing. He actually has increased character skill duration. Let's see, does this guy have strength dex up? He does not. At least not his deep relics. Doesn't seem like he has it, no. So, let's see. I need United Dregs. This guy doesn't seem to know what I'm doing. What is on that? Guard counter? Yeah, you give that to Guardian. This guy's increased character skill duration makes fighting this enemy really easy. Ah, damn it. I mistimed my roll there. Let's see. Guardian might want that item in eventually. That was damage negation at full. It's on that Halo, the Grave Scythe. He's figuring it out. He's figuring it out. Yeah, going to this Holy Ruins is a great place to get some starter red equipment in the about 75% likelihood that it spawns as a red enemy, which I think is roughly how common camps spawn as red. Like, all, like, the, icon points of interest, ones with a specific icon. There's a scarab here. Let's kill this thing. I will take the jump attack talisman, thank you very much. Although it won't be very necessary against Everdark Maris if it comes to that. Looks like the Albinorix are red, as I had anticipated. I do need to heal here, though. Was not watching my backside there. Yeah, it's not tabulated anywhere, like, as far as I know, how frequently these kind of camps spawn as red enemies, but unlike field bosses, as far as I'm aware, have a 50% chance to be red enemies. You want a black knife? That's for Guardian. Timu Halo Scythe. If you would attack me, I want you to do a little more damage to that, man. Okay. Knight of Dregs is not up, so I'll just wait for a moment. What's on that? Preach sorceries, no thank you. I do need to get hit for Knight of Dregs here. Make it quick. Thank you. I'm gonna kill this red Albinorix because he can drop an item and hopefully a skill attack up against Everdark Maris, something you build into regardless. You always play skills against this boss. That's just what you do. I don't really have time to check for Knighted Dregs. I just gotta go and get whacked by this Torch Noble as fast as possible. Oh, wow. Guardian dropped that for Duchess, huh? Despite being a halberd. Least generous Guardian player. Least amicable Guardian player. Like, holy. Guard counters 2, guard counters 2. He does not have guard counter boosted by HP. Interestingly enough. Which that's like, that perk in particular is worth like 4 guard counter plus 2s in most cases. It's just so valuable in comparison. I have explained this before, like in one of the Guardian videos I posted. But guard counter is given a boost based on current HP. I should actually probably let Risen. Guard counter is given a boost based on current health is an effect that depends on what weapon you're using. So in the case of Guardian's Charred Guard Counter, which is the guard counter that you do the most damage with anyway, in the case of that guard counter in particular, it's on this Solaria's tree. I guess I can hold on to the charge attacks for now. In the case of Guardian's Charge Counter, really? I would have thought Dregs had gone to 7 by that point. In the case of Guardian's Charge Guard Counter is given a boost based on current HP, gives you a multiplier to your damage of 1 plus 0.000675 per health point that you have. Per individual hit point. So if you have about 1,000 health, you get a 67.5% damage buff from guard counter based gets a boost based on health. If you have 2,000 health, it's what would it be, 135%? That's gonna, it's not gonna, probably gonna hit me. This guy, get him out of circulation. Don't really need any of this. What's that? No thanks. I'm good. Yeah, so if you have 1,000 health, damn it. If you have 1,000 health, it's 67.5% damage. Exactly. It is based on your current HP, very importantly, not your max health. So I get a lot of comments asking why don't I try Knight of Dregs on Guardian. That's one of the main reasons. Ooh, it's a decent weapon. It's a decent weapon. That's one of the main reasons is because you need to be at a high health value for guard counters given a boost based on health to actually get its full potential. And seeing as that buff is significantly stronger than all other guard counters perks, like at only 1,000 max health, which keep in mind Guardian is 1280 at max level. And 1120 with the Strength Dex attunement, or stat change rather. I guess I can do this. I did die once, so I do need to reset my revive bars. So even at just at 1,000 current health, not 1,000 max health, 1,000 current health. If you're at 2,000, if you're at half HP, it does as much as 2 guard counters plus 2. And at full HP. As much as between 3 and 4. Obviously, those ones multiplicatively stack with themselves, but still, the absolute value of that perk cannot be understated. I have not taken enough damage here. It seems it's not good. Maybe I will get low enough health because I have continuous HP loss. I want to check as many weapon passes as I can here. Because that's just I need skill ups against Everdark Maris. That's how you build against Everdark Maris. So checking as many times for a skill attack power. That's not skill. Power stancing up is actually worth taking though. So that's pretty nice. I should also check the chests up by that rampart up there. But I kind of missed that opportunity. I forgot to do it when I was over there. I was thinking about it and it just didn't cross my mind. HP is amazing against Maris. That's the other thing you really want, just HP and affinity damage negation, because that's what Maris does. Unfortunately, these are not really the This is an amazing shot, but it has nothing. It is absolutely not what I want in this case. I can't say I really care for a chart attacks at this exact moment because Everdark, like, there's just a 50% chance it's not going to be useful. And even then, chart attacks against regular Maris are not that great anyway because that boss moves around a lot. So I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to play jump attacks right now. I have 2 jump attack ups. We have Undertaker and Recluse. Undertaker's good because Undertaker can have skill attack up and taking damage boosts damage negation. 2 things I really want at the moment. I'm actually going to block off this Recluse. Actually... I was intending there to actually obstruct the Recluse from our view as we fought the Undertaker, but that did not happen. Nobody needs any of that. I'm not even going to bother dropping it. It's a damage negation at full scythe. I'm good, thank you. That's damage negation at full HP and continuous HP loss, which is obviously antithetical to itself. We should probably kill these Albinorics, though. They are pretty high value. I mean, we should really kill the Albinorics. These guys are quite fast. I've already killed one of them and a half, almost 2 already. If I get hit, that would be cool. I don't lose United Dregs if I don't sit in this right by this guy. Oh, come on, hit me, please. Thank you. Now I do not take any damage. HP again, very nice against Maris. Fantastic. That just lets you survive longer. Exactly what I'm looking for. Thank you, Miyazaki. It doesn't look like anybody actually has skill attack up yet. Who do we have? Wilder is probably the best thing here, because he has taking damage with damage negation and skill attack up, but that's fine. I think the ones that have skill attack up are Wilder, Undertaker, and Executor. Ow. I'm surprised he points through that. Guarding us poise, FP on landing, a whole bunch of whatever. Okay, I lost United Dregs, unfortunately. It is usually worth it to go down in all of these camps, because in, well, okay, we can come down here and kill the Fire Monk. This guy always drops passives, and he's quite easy to kill. Oh, shit, Guardian's up there. I don't think I can get to him in time, huh? Actually, if I could ult on him. My ult will reach Guardian. Oh, no, it won't. He's all the way over there. Actually, damn it. I'm sorry, Guardian. Okay, I guess we're coming back here anyway because Guardian lost his souls. I could be using jump attacks here, but I think the two-handed moveset happens to be quite good at killing this enemy. But at this point, I do need. If I could hit the Grace in time, that would be fantastic. Barely in time, within a second, and now it's gone already. This is why I want to kill him. You get passives. These are useless though. Unlucky. Like an HP physical attack up, affinity attack up. Those are all things that, and affinity damage negation, of course. Those are all things that very positively impact the Storm Ruler's damage, or Storm Ruler's damage and my survivability throughout that fight. Of course, Maris does not do any physical damage, and the Storm Ruler is, I think, 50-50 split in physical magic. I don't currently have the best equipment right now. I'm gonna drop this Bloodhound Fang. I don't even want to bother carrying this. We have Godric, Wormface, looks like. I think the day one night bosses against Maris are. I want to say Godric, Wormface, Gargoyle, and maybe also Smelter Demon. I might be wrong there. Pretty sure that's what it is, though. I happen to be a template. It's so nice as to drop me one. That should be enough to beat up the boss in full. Although, maybe not, because I got hit there. That kind of tanked my... That applied Deathlight to me, too. There's one here. Do one more jump attack, or if I need to use a bolus here. Actually, stance broke him there. Another thing I like about jump attacks is that they do a lot of stance damage. I think the colossal jump attack is like 36 or so. Holding ground at low HP is, I guess, not entirely useless. What's over... Oh, I guess we gotta get Guardian's Souls. What enemy's over there? It's something small, so it's probably not worth going out of the way for anyway. I'm actually not opposed to checking the Sorcerer's Rise, because it has a roll at skill attack up, which I need. It also has a roll at the Warrior Jar Shard. There's a pretty high chance to drop it too. So it's definitely worth checking. Especially considering nobody on the entire team has any skill attack ups, as far as I can tell. Which are the means of increasing damage against Maris. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't think I can get to him in time no matter what I do. Fortunately, not a skill attack up. I hope he got his souls, because we're not able to get to him and revive him in time. There is a super shop here, though. Ooh. I didn't notice that. There is a super shop, so... The super shop could have a bunch of skill attack ups in it. I don't know what this super shop has. I don't recall it being any good. I want to say it's a super shop that has a Dragonclaw Great Shield with Shield Crash, but that might be misremembering. Not Dragonclaw, Fingerprint Shield with Shield Crash. I think we should go up here. Although we could totally actually go to the castle first, now that I think about it. That's probably better. Let's just go to the boss and then the super shop. My current path of direction is keeping it as general as possible, but I think going up to this boss and then the red boss over at this location and then the super shop would be a great idea, because always buy everything you can from the super shop. What camp is this? This is a Misbegotten. I don't even need my teammates to be here to kill this. Just free extra loot. Kill this thing real quickly. Just heal beforehand and then spam jump attacks on this guy and he will die. Heal and ult to knock the other annoying monkey dudes away. Monkey infested celestial dudes. I don't know what these guys are supposed to be. Of course, I missed 2 jump attacks in a row. Classic Raider gameplay. I should be fine here. Brute attack when two-handing, I guess I can hold on to. I should probably take the FP consumption down, though. Misbegotten is always worth killing. He just gives you a ton of runes. Roll at a weapon passive, and he's extremely easy to kill. I mean, I got 16,000 runes right there, I think. Gotta, not seppuku myself, I gotta gesture for Knight Dregs if I can actually input it in so as to keep Knight Dregs going. Draconic 3 Central, that's good. This guy's worth 45k. Even more, 49.5 because I have a runes up. Hit me, please. Oh. That's fine, actually. I was trying to get hit by my skill, but actually did not click my skill somehow. This should do quite a lot. I don't think I'm in range of any of the lightnings here. even kill me, though, somehow. I think I have successive attacks that get damage, huh? Save me there. Very cool. Now we go over to the Super Shot. Damage negation on charge attacks on 2 weapons, but I gotta take the Wendy. You obviously gotta take the Wendy there. That's kind of obligatory. You gotta miss the jump attacks. Ratio Talisman, I don't know if Guardian wants that, but there you go. Seems like he does want it. Still, nobody has any skill attack ups. That which I will be buying when I get to the Super Shop, assuming there are any. I don't really need a Ruptured Crystal Tier. Although I should probably pin that so more people know about this free Crystal Tier location. So let's see, what do we got? It is this store! Wow! Ha! No way! What is that memory right there? Holy. And no skill attack ups. That's amazing. I'm gonna buy this though, because I like Shield Crash. At least I think I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy this. This is, I don't really need these. I'm gonna buy Urtree's Favor. Jump attacks can kick rocks. I'm just gonna switch over to use Shield Crash now. I mean, I don't think there's anything else useful. There's magic damage against. There's 16% damage against Maris. I'm gonna hold on to that. Really, we should be killing the Madness Troll, but that's fine if we need to get into the circle in time. I guess we can... Actually, no, hold on. That's kind of stupid. We should go over there. First, there's 2 field bosses. What's on that? Guardian's probably not going across the map for that, let's be honest. Wow, I actually cannot believe I remembered which shop that was successfully. Huh. This isn't even that good of a weapon, though. I mean, it is a skill, so in the meantime, when I'm trying to find skill attack ups, which I'm not doing a good job at the moment... I don't think anybody's doing a good job at the moment. If I do find skill attack ups, this will be a pretty solid shield. And even in the meantime, it is also a very solid weapon. Shield Crash is just quite good. It's just a very solid DPS skill. I can ult here to clear out all these guys. Yeah, I don't know about guard countering this enemy. I do need to get hit, though. I do need a Knight of Dregs here. Now we go over here and do that. Fortunately, I did lose Knight of Dregs in that small window that it was not up. Affinity damage negation is perfect. That's just 12% extra resistance to everything against Maris. Or not everything, to Maris. Against Maris in particular. I should probably actually use the Omen Killer Cleaver here because it does bleed. It's doing a Shield Crash is doing 1,000 damage with literally nothing to boost its damage. Knight of Dregs is not even active, and it's doing 1,000. That's quite solid. Doing actually like 1,200, I think. Very good. Should probably use Omen Killer Cleaver on this guy to proc bleed, but whatever, he's already dead. Now we go over here. Skill attack up, please. This is actually a pretty good weapon. I'm just going to take even more affinity damage negation. Very nice passive rolls. What's on that? I will take the melee attack up. Sure. This works on Shield Crash. I don't need Power Stancing up. No, thank you. Might lose Knight of Dregs at this on the small window when I'm too high health. I need to stay in the storm a little longer. But judging by the sound effects, I can tell that I do still have it active. You can tell if it deactivates and reactivates without having to go into the menu. Because there's a buff sound that plays when it goes up from 0 to 1. Skill attack up, please, and thank you. I gotta take the physical damage. What's this? I just gotta take the physical damage. This is a damage up. You can keep less likely to be targeted. Thank you. Hey, no way! Look at my runes! 69,420. This is the first time I've ever seen something like this. No fucking way. That is sick. Exactly 69,420 runes. Have you ever seen that before? That is sick. That is cool. No way. That is sick! Proof attack at low HP. I'm good. Although attack at low HP is actually an interesting condition against Maris, because you can consistently manipulate it to do some ridiculous amounts of damage. I'm not going to try and do that nonsense. I'm not going to engage in that behavior. Exactly 69 for 20 runes. That is crazy. Damage against on chart attacks. I will take the Exalted Flesh. I don't think I need the Holy Crack tier. Or Holy tier. Oh, the Duchess probably wants it. I can buy more Exalted Flesh in the Spirit Shelter. Holding up my team at the moment. No way. That is crazy, dude. Magic damage negation and attack at low HP is a pretty good item. Does nobody still have a single skill attack up? Duchess finally got one. That's crazy unlucky. I should probably end up dropping this successor attacks and gain damage, because against Everdark Maris it's a completely useless item, and it also has continuous HP loss, which is obviously a horrible perk. I'm gonna get hit here. Damn it. It's not in the block frames, or not in the block window. Hopefully I don't lose Knighted Dregs, though. Sounds like I still have it, judging by the buff noises. Yep. I should probably heal here. That would be smart. I don't know where these two are gonna want to go, but... Oh, sure, you guys can have that. I think going to the boss in the lake or this camp is probably the best thing. This one, like, really rolling for weapon passives is the most important thing to do. Malekith's Blackblade is a decent skill, but I don't really care. Doesn't seem to have anything useful on it. I will actually take the liberty to check this assortment of chests up here for some extra loot. Hopefully a skill attack up, continuous HP recovery, whatever. Continuous HP recovery again, TDRFP, whatever. Whole bunch of nothing burger. I think we should actually abort the lake boss. There's not going to be time for that. Unlike the camp over here, which in the event that it's Banished Knights or a Lion, will have a ton of chests, a ton of rolls for skill attack power up, which across the entire team there is still one of somehow. That's very unlucky. It looks like it is a good camp arrangement. Very nice. Although I don't actually have very many souls. I did spend too many souls at this shop. I probably shouldn't have bought the shield crash. Spent way too much money. Sounds like I did reset the Nightreign Dregs. It is a fine time to reset it. Although I think it's a little early, actually. I'm going to kill this guy for a weapon passive. It is Banished Knights. That's fine. Yeah, 1400 on shield crash without Nightreign Dregs is pretty good. Guarding up's damage negation. Maybe Guardian wants that. Wouldn't be surprised if these two don't even bother to check the chests here, which is really what you should be doing. Torch Noble, attack me, please. Thank you. What do we got? Skill FP cost. Not even gonna bother carrying that. It's kind of nothing. Whatever. I mean, it's probably worth carrying over my... It's worth carrying over this thing, actually. I guess I can hold on to skill FP cost. That's not the worst thing ever. There's two chests over there as well, and then the boss drop. I hit that. I want to not hit the Grace here. Improved spell casting speed, no weapon. What we got? HP and lightning attack power. I don't think anybody's using lightning weapons in this case, so I'm not going to bother. Like Storm Ruler does lightning damage regardless. Looks like I am going to be unintentionally resetting Knighted Dregs at this point, but that's fine. I'm not sure exactly where else I can look for any more weapon passives reliably. What I do really need is money, though. These do not drop weapon passives. The seal rack can drop a skill attack up. Proof jump attack's not really what I'm looking for. Unfortunate with the whole game finding like literally one skill attack up across the entire team against Maris, who is the enemy you use skills against. At least I have a physical attack up. Falling Star Beast, cool. Wonder if I'll get to showcase an interaction Raider has with Falling Star Beast. Very specific interaction with his skill, my character skill. I do need to remember to drop this for Duchess, because I don't need it anymore. I'm obviously not going to do any only damage here. Something I find weird about the Falling Star Beast is that it's not weak to strike damage, despite being a rock-type enemy, like most rock enemies are. Although I guess we don't really mine. We mine ore with pickaxes and not. Nobody really does that anymore. But ore is at least in this game mined with a pickaxe, and which is a pierced weapon and not a strike weapon. I don't seem to have any. Ult here to interrupt his grab. Or that somehow actually did not stun the Falling Star Beast out of his grab. That's crazy. I also need to be careful, because I realize that now that I don't have any damage negation, I'm going to die here. Or not. Got our range in time, thankfully. You're actually just stance broke him fast enough. Very cool. Not really going to get to show what I want, but that's fine. I need to Madness Gesture for Knight of Dregs. Perfect timing. Looks like I am going to have it into the Night Lord. I just need to... Affinity attack is good, I guess. I just need to wait for 5, or wait for 9, and I can go in. Okay, on 9. Ow, stretched out my neck in an uncomfortable way right there. I will Madness Gesture, wait for Knight of Dregs to go to 10, then level up. Then Madness Gesture again. It's on 10. I don't think I can level up twice, unfortunately. Very close to. I would have been able to level 15 if I had not spent money on this Great Shield, which isn't going to seem much good use anyway, but that's whatever. Not sure if I should buy Exalted Flesh or Starlight Shards at this point. I'm going to buy Starlight Shards because if in the event that it is regular Maris, I don't happen to have any personally. Not that I don't happen to have any. I would run out. I wonder if you can carry Retaliation to block Maris's attacks. That would be cool. Although not ideally applicable because against Everdark Maris, which I don't think it is. It is! Finally! Alright, so no skill attack ups Everdark Maris. Dregs of Libra. That's what I'm talking about. No skill attack. All I have is a physical attack up 10% and a melee attack up 12%, which I don't think does anything. Oh, that's gonna kill me almost. Probably not. I guess I do have a magic damage negation and 2 affinity damage negations. If I didn't have those, then that would have killed me, yeah. On paper, this should be an amazing demonstration of how strong my build is against, or in like a general increasing the damage of everything type sense. Any of these have negative buffs on them? No, I don't really need this shield. You can have that. Give me that Raider Great Axe. Put it in my main hand. Also, I'm not sure if this is a well-known fact or not, but Godfrey Icon actually does increase the charged Storm Ruler's damage. At least in my testing. Let's do this. Let's give myself some HP. Hurting over 700 on the uncharged version. And pretty much as much as the Duchess with the double balancer and a skill attack up. Duchess is hitting like 4,300 right now. That one also hit for, I think, close to 4,000 without any of my conditional attacks active. And I do have one active now. Look at the attack rating on that, by the way. That was, if that hit, that would have done a lot because I'd had my RTSR active, but unfortunately I didn't. Hoping to get hit there during my skill. Let's just you always spam light attacks to, that's just something you do. You can just spam light attacks to. I do nothing. We're going to interrupt Maris out of the sleep here. Oh, we did somehow. Spam light attacks to cut away the bubbles. Those two skills together did 10,000. I'm not sure what the spread is between each player, but let me ult here and buff mine. And I don't think I'm in range for Guardian's damage, unfortunately, but Guardian does 1752, Duchess does 4,300. Let's see what I do. $3,400 with, I think, no attack buffs up aside from my ult. And that's in comparison to Duchess having a skill attack up. Just tank through this. Average Raider gameplay. Where's the boss? Generally speaking, like spamming light attack, I really should be spamming the light hit of this skill because it just does more damage. Again, this is my damage with no skill attack ups. Get that for some damage. The light attacks of the Stormlord are hitting 800 right now. Holy, that's quite a lot. Just DPS the hell out of this boss. Somehow that did not hit me. Would have liked it to for my damage. Finish him off with a charged Storm Ruler. Fortunately, that didn't kill him. That would have been a sick ending. Very solid showcase of my damage with virtually no damage increases, as opposed to attack at full HP and a skill attack up and an affinity attack up and another attack at full HP. I have a physical attack up, and I'm fairly confident melee attack power does not do anything. Everdark, there's Everdark Maris. I do quite like this fight. In many cases, I will end up getting a full inventory of skill attack ups, unlike in this run. Like, we went to both the shops, neither shop had any of them, and one skill attack up was received across the entire team. I wasn't the one using it. And the physical attack up is like a 6% damage up, because that's just how much it multiplies of the Storm Ruler. With respect to how much physical attack up I have. So, pretty solid demonstration against Everdark Maris. So, thanks a lot for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.